Hello, Comic Con Africa fans, and welcome to another very special episode of Converse with Comic Con Africa. I'm your host, Jordan Crossley, and today we've got an awesome guest with us. His name is Thabo Young Savage Moloi, and ever since the age of 16, he's been dominating the competitive FIFA scene. In 2018, he won his very first competitive tournament, beating 512 other players in the pool at the VS Gaming FIFA Festival. This also served as his qualifier into the FIFA E-World Cup Global Series. Thabo, how's it going, my man?
Yo, man, I'm good. Thanks, and you?
Good, good. So, Thabo, take us through an average day in your life.
An average day, I don't know. I would say, obviously, firstly, I wake up, then I do things around the house, like maybe bath, brush my teeth, eat, the normal things, catch up with my family a bit. Then, obviously, especially on Friday, I would say on a Friday, then I play FIFA probably the whole day. Yeah,
Nice. Nice. And yeah, so just tell us a little bit about when you first fell in love with gaming. What was it that like drew you to gaming into FIFA?
so gaming. What made me fall in love with competitive gaming is competing against my friends at home. At first, we used to play all sorts of games, to play wrestling and FIFA. But I used to play FIFA quite a bit because I was better than them, so they didn't really like it. So we'd play wrestling where everyone is even, so we'd all compete against each other, who's the best. Yeah, no, like it would get tough, obviously, but then it was nice. That's what brought out the competitiveness in me to actually pursue a career in esports also. That was one of my motivations, let me say.
Sure. So, I mean, that pretty much took the words out of my mouth for the next question, because I wanted to ask, like, did you always envision yourself as Thabo, young Savage Moloi, the beast of a FIFA player, taking out 512 other players in the 2018 VS Gaming FIFA Festival?
Now, the thing is, I went there with no expectations, so there wasn't really pressure from my side. I was just going there I don't know, I was just trying my luck. I was just riding my luck and it did pay off, obviously. But then, yeah, it was a bit difficult, but then we did it still. So that's
Yeah,
the main
but
thing.
it sounds like you had a natural knack for FIFA. As you said, you used to whoop your friends' butts all over town, and they didn't really like it. Um,
Yeah.
so that's cool. It's awesome that you found an avenue to bring that talent to light and to actually, win such a huge prize. Um, so, what has been the biggest highlight of your career so far?
Mm. Well, there's been quite a bit of things, but then I would say being signed as a Red Bull athlete is the biggest highlight because nobody else has ever done it from FIFA in the whole of Africa. So I was the first one to do it. So yeah, that is the biggest highlight of my career.
Sure. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I see you supporting Red Bull always, all the time. I don't know if I've seen a picture of you without the Red Bull beanie. So it's awesome, represent. Um,
Yeah, sure.
cool. So I don't know if you're comfortable with this question, but can you tell us some of the things you spent that awesome prize pool on?
Okay. Well, I can tell you one thing. Obviously my dad was sick, so mainly I quite helped him out a bit also,
Sure.
in and out of hospital. That was like one of the biggest things I've done because he's done a lot for me also. So it was nice to pay him back in some way.
Sure. That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's amazing, Tabo. I mean, I know a lot of youth would be like, hey, I made it. But to hear that, you took most of those winnings and like helped your father out during a time of need. That's amazing, man. It's like
yeah,
you've almost got like an esports story for good. It's not like You made it, you bought the Ferrari and the mansion, you rather just help out the family. So that's really
Yeah.
awesome. So I can see why you made it onto the Forbes 30 under 30 just from speaking to you for 2 minutes. But how does it feel, man?
It does feel great, to be amongst the best of the best people. But then, honestly, I didn't expect it. Was a huge surprise to me also, because I didn't know that I was nominated until my manager told me. Then a few days later, she just pops up and says, "Yeah, I'm part of the Forbes list. Me and Julio." It's quite a huge honor.
Definitely, definitely. And like I said, every part of your story is pretty much why. Um,
Thank you.
cool. Awesome. So this might also be another tough question, but
Mm.
who's been your toughest competitor so far? So it can be either competitively or maybe it's, I don't know, a cousin of yours that hasn't come to a competitive circuit yet, but man, he's good.
Uh, Now for me, it has to be like on a competitive side. I would say it's a hard one, but then it's between obviously my teammate Julio and Kalen who finished first in the rankings. But I would say Kalen, of course, because he's beaten everyone. He's the toughest competitor I've played. He's really good at the game.
Sure.
He knows his stuff.
And is there like a constant competitive rivalry with you guys? Tell us a bit more about that. Like, how is it like training with him? Or
Now, actually, the funny thing is we don't even train together. We just I can say we're all trying to hide our tactics, until
okay,
the tournament day. I don't want him or he doesn't want me to expect what he does on the day. So obviously we avoid playing against each other, practice against other people. But on the day, I guess it's all about, I don't know, like the game may be tough, but there has to be someone who pulls out that extra, individual brilliance to win the game. Those type of things.
sure. Okay, cool. So going forward, what are your goals for your career in esports? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Probably sooner.
Yeah, so our my dreams are basically that I just wanna make it big on the international scene, because that's where everything is at. So being making a name for myself on the international scene would be the greatest thing for me.
Awesome. 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 Love to hear it. Represent SA, wherever you go.
Yeah.
Cool. What advice would you give to other young gamers out there who want to be like you or, get into esports, get into competitive gaming?
My advice is just if you wanna do it, pursue it, man. Obviously, there's gonna be challenges along the way and people telling you this and that, but then if you feel like that's for you, then just do it honestly, because I don't know, you only get to live once, so you gotta do, you gotta seize every opportunity.
I really like that. If you want to do it, pursue it. You heard it first, Comic Con Africa fans. Yeah, man. I mean, that's awesome advice. Um, cool. So, also another question: like, were your parents very supportive of your dreams to be in gaming and in esports, or did you get a little bit of a drawback?
I would say I got a little bit of a drawback, cause, well, I would say my dad, he didn't really mind.
Yeah,
Then my mom, she was the one who was saying, nah, you must focus on other things like school and things like that. So then, yeah, it was quite a bit difficult. But then, I don't know, on the day of the tournament, actually, my mom didn't want me to go there. But my dad just gave me the money and was like, let the child go. Then I eventually won the tournament. But now she's different, obviously, because I don't know, she believes in me now, I would say, compared to
sure.
back then. I guess I had to prove it to her that I can do it.
and do it is exactly what you did, man. That's really awesome. So just about like life balance and all of that kind of stuff. I know we talked about like an average day in the life of Thabo, but when you competed in the FIFA um in the sorry, the FIFA festival by VS Gaming, you were only 16 at the time. So, did you crack in a lot of training before that first tournament? How like did you balance your study schedule? Was it tricky getting in the hours?
So I think around that time schools were closed, so I wasn't really. No, actually, no, I'm wrong. Schools were open, but then I wasn't really playing FIFA a lot, man, because obviously I was focused on things on the other side, like school and stuff. But then on, I think a few days before the festival, I got in quite a lot of practice sessions with a lot of better players. So I don't really have to practice that much. If you're practicing against better players, you'll always learn something. So yeah, that was it for me. But then on the day, I just got there and played. I didn't even warm up or anything. I just got there and played.
Sure, sure.
Yeah,
So it was possibly just a balance of like you said, playing with players who challenged you a lot more
yeah.
and just natural skill is what it sounds like to me. I mean, like no warm up, nothing. Like I got this. Um, so I mean, you seem like a very confident guy. My final question to you is going to be, um, you know, how how important is confidence before you walk onto the pitch and before you get ready to play?
Confidence. Yeah, for me, confidence is the biggest thing. If I'm not confident, then I'll definitely lose the game. But then for me, it's all about, just try. Like I said, before the game, I wouldn't play. So I would just relax, ease my mind. Then when I get to the game, that's when the stressing starts. But then at the same time, while I'm in the game, I'm just telling myself, to relax, calm down, play my normal play style. Then as the game goes, I see how the opponent plays. If he's putting a lot of pressure or if he's not, then my confidence grows bigger and bigger. So the more confident I feel, the more I feel like I will win.
Sure. Sounds like you got nerves of steel, man. That's definitely, I think, another contributing factor. So let's go through all contributing factors that I think that you have that make you such a great player. So one,
Yeah.
confidence, right? Two, natural skill. And three, humility. It's been an awesome time chatting to you. Thank you so much, Thabo. Do you have any messages for anyone at home or anyone that inspires you? Just a young shout out there.
I would say shout out to my homeboys, they're always there with me. They always they always support me in every way, man. So whatever I do, they'll just be behind me and they support me. So shout out to them.
Awesome. 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 Well, Comic Con Africa fans, you heard it first. If you want to do it, just pursue it. Don't stress out too much before the games. Um, do practice against players that are going to push you competitively and just stay confident. Until next time, we'll check you again on another awesome episode of Converse with Comic Con Africa. Cheers.